From total exclusion to demanding equal representation, it's been a long uphill battle for artists of color in the entertainment industry. And it took many pioneers to open the path for more black performers to make it on the big screen. Among them, legendary actress Cicely Tyson, who passed away in January at the age of 96, had received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from former President Barack Obama in 2016 for advancing the role of black women in media.
When you look at what she meant to black women, back then there weren't people that looked like Cicely Tyson. There weren't. She talked about the color of her skin and her unusual look. And she didn't just take her acting for granted. She wanted to show the humanity of black people, the black experience, the black culture. That was very important to her.
Since the early years of Hollywood, the majority of creators have been white, telling stories that reduce the people of color to demeaning roles. A fair representation came with decades of delay, just as the recognitions.
I first will say that's long overdue, okay? And it's the first time that I'm aware of the fact that any network thought enough of a group of people that made incredible contributions to building that network. Say thank you to them.
And that same year, 2015, none of the 20 nominations in the acting categories included a single person of color. April Reen's reaction on Twitter with #OscarsSoWhite sparked a movement to address the lack of diversity.
The president of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, then Cheryl Boone Isaacs, committed to doubling the number of people of color and doubling the number of women within the Academy membership ranks by 2020. And in fact, they met that goal. However, the Academy is still overwhelmingly white and male. Those are the people that are voting. And what we're really talking about is a popularity contest amongst older white men.
UCLA's latest Hollywood Diversity Report says despite some progress in creating more acting roles for people of color, underrepresentation remains for writers and executives. And a workplace analysis of 11 prominent studios found that among all senior executive positions, 93% are held by white people and 80% by men. This year's first award season has just arrived, but once again with questions around diversity.
When it comes to films led by a black cast, they didn't do a good job. None of the best film nominees are led by black casts. What is that about?
Big gains have been made over several decades for women and people of color who work in movies and television, but their numbers remain far from a proportionate representation of the U.S. population. It is Tianshan, CGTN, Los Angeles.